it's Sugar Curl Salon here, your nutritional curl scientist, and I am back with another video. As you can see from the title, today we are discussing 3 reasons why you should stop wearing a wig or a weave. So let's get into it. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share this video so that you can get updates to more videos and you can share with others the education that we bring. So as always, we strive to give you education based on science, nutrition, and facts. So let's get right into it. Here we go. So before we get into the #1 reason why you should stop wearing a wig or weave, let's define first what is a wig, okay? So a wig is a hairpiece that is made with a certain circumference with different inches that can fit different size skull. So these are oftentimes handmade. They can be made with straight hair or with curly hair. So we at Sugar Curl Salon do have curly hair wigs for you all. We are not against wigs. We're not anti-wig or anti-weave. But we do think there are appropriate times to wear them and inappropriate times to wear them. Now, with these wigs, you have the option of having a headband wig, kind of like my model here. There's a headband piece. These are our bonnets, by the way. There's a headband piece of different colors that you can use, and then the actual hair is there. There are wigs that are made to glue down frontals. There are wigs that have clamps on them to attach to your hair. So there are different options for that. Now, what is a weave? When someone says you're wearing a weave, that typically means something where there is a weft, either straight hair, curly hair. If they're human hair, they can be colored, and oftentimes they are sewn in or clipped in. And there are other methods where little clips are put onto the hair and they're tape-ins. There's so many different methods, okay? So let's get into the #1 reason why you should not wear a wig or a weave. So the #1 reason is if you have shedding or breakage of your hair. Now, a little anatomy about the scalp. Your hair strands are coming out of a follicle that's inside of your tissue of your scalp, okay? In that follicle, there is a bulb at the bottom part that has all of your live activity going on. So everything you put into your body, what you drink, what you eat, the supplements, the vitamins that you take, go through your bloodstream. After you digested it in your small intestines, it goes in your bloodstream, that travels up to your hair follicles, okay? So that is where the hair is actually alive and active. Now, once it grows out of the hair follicle and it is on top of your scalp, it is no longer alive. It is just keratin, different bonds and fibers, okay? So if you've already begun to see shedding or breakage from your hair or from the roots, you can either see small pieces that have actually broken off or longer pieces that have a little white bulb on the end. That means there is a nutritional issue long before the shedding has developed. If they're smaller pieces and it's on your hair shaft, that means that there is something going on with either what you're doing or your stylist that is breaking off the hair, okay? There are cases where, depending on our internal health and our immune system, the hair that grows in from our scalp is not as strong as it can be, so therefore it breaks easily. And it may not be something that your stylist or yourself is actually doing. It could just be the integrity of your hair based on your health. So if you're having shedding or breakage, it is not recommended to wear a wig or a weave because these items tend to put more stress and pressure on those follicles. And if you're already having shedding, it's just going to increase that or accelerate that process even more. Now I want to give you a little more education about hair and scalp. Your scalp and hair is like a plant, okay? And so we know that with the plant, it is deep rooted and it requires some fundamental things in order for it to stay healthy. Some of those things are water, oxygen, sebum, and nutrition, okay? So we know just like a plant, if we were to take a cover and just cover the plant for hours upon a day, it would not thrive as much as it would if we took the cover off and let the sunlight, cultivation with the soil and water really give the plant love, okay? And if it's not raining or we're not watering the plant from deep in that soil, the plant won't survive, okay? So we need to also be very hydrated. It's another recommendation I want to give to you so that you understand the connection between the inner body and hair growth. But if you're shedding or breaking, we need to find you a solution to help stop this and not cover it with Wigs or Weave unless your stylist has approved through a consultation that in your stage of rejuvenation, you're free to wear wigs. Okay. Now, there are some wigs where you can actually take off in the evening time, and these can be appropriate if your stylist, after your scalp examination and you have a good regimen, tells you, hey, you're at a good point where we can do a very light breakdown, like a flat twist or a cornrow breakdown, and you can wear these wigs that you can actually take off at night just to give you that confidence throughout the day to wear different curly textures and different curl patterns, so that you continue to gain your confidence before you're ready to wear your natural hair, okay? Now, for the second, number 2 reason why you should not be wearing a wig or weave is if you have alopecia. Alopecia is a diagnosed condition, and oftentimes it is diagnosed by your dermatologist or your specialist that works with your scalp. Now, these people are licensed to understand what that is. There's different forms of alopecia. So you have some that are scarring, you have some that are traction. So you want to make sure that you understand what type of alopecia you have. Many of these are also caused by nutritional deficiencies, okay? So you want to speak with a scalp specialist, someone who understands how nutrition works with alopecia. One of the reasons why it's recommended not to wear a wig or weave if you have alopecia in the first early stages without understanding how to heal your scalp is because it can put more tension and pressure on your scalp that is already thinning. In some cases, again, if you have worked with your doctor or your specialist and you're in a stage where your scalp is being rejuvenated, they may go ahead and tell you, yes, you're able to wear, again, wigs that you can take off and get oxygen to your scalp at certain stages. But to continue to cover, if you have alopecia, can actually do more damage to the scalp and hair. Most men and women with alopecia want to grow their hair back, or they just accept it, and then they may wear a low cut or they may wear updos. So whatever works for you, talk to your licensed specialist as to the regimen that works for you. And the third reason why you should not be wearing a wig or weave is if you have thin areas or inflamed follicles, okay? Basically, your scalp is unhealthy. So what this may look like is around the little follicle, you may see some red inflammation. And also, you may notice, for instance, maybe your edges are not as thick as they used to be. You may say, my temple areas are a little bit thinner than what they used to be. Perhaps you've been wearing a lot of braids or a lot of extensions, Senegalese twists, box braids, cornrows, feed-in braids, and you're noticing, okay, the back of my hair or the crown of my hair is a little bit thinner than it was before. That is an indication that it is probably time to slow down or cease altogether on wearing the wigs and the weaves. In some cases, there are situations where the actual follicle is clogged. Yes, your follicle can get clogged. It can get clogged with bacteria, different microbes, too much oil. We're going to do another video on oiling the scalp, and is that appropriate? Is that recommended for naturally curly hair? But sometimes too much sebum on the scalp, dead skin cell buildup, all of those things can actually clog the follicle. When the follicle is clogged, it is very difficult to unclog. You have to actually see a specialist to take care of this. So in this case, this is an indication that wearing a wig or weave is not going to add benefit to your healthy scalp and hair regimen. Now, if you do not have any of these 3 issues with your scalp, feel free to have fun with your wigs and weaves, the different curl patterns, the different lengths, short, medium, long, thick, thin, okay? But what we encourage you to do is to find a hair and scalp specialist that can help you take care of your natural hair underneath your wigs and your weaves. get your scalp treatments, make sure that you are well hydrated, make sure that you have all the nutrition necessary for healthy hair and scalp. I want to show you something that we think you will benefit from. This is Curlfriends Hair, Skin, and Nail multivitamin. It has green superfoods, minerals, and enzymes to help deliver the nutrients properly into your bloodstream. So if you would like to see results with your hair and scalp, you can definitely purchase this from our website. And also, what's really important for a healthy scalp and hair is a healthy gut, okay? Because most of our immune system is in our intestine, our small intestines in particular. So we have gut integrity that you will love because it aids in detoxification. Alrighty, these are all GMP facility certified, vegan, vegetarian friendly, non-GMO. They're also free of wheat, gluten, milk, and soy. Now, Daily Omega 369. This has your flaxseed, borage oil, and fish oil. These are really important, not just for cardiovascular health, but also for your scalp sebum and your hormones to make sure they are balanced. Now, I am not a doctor. I am a certified diet and nutrition coach. So all of these supplements that you see here are for support and no diagnosis, okay? Thank you so much for joining in to another video with Sugar Curl Salon. We hope that you were able to understand the top 3 reasons why you should not be wearing wigs and weaves. Join us for the next video, and as always, stay curly.